What's up, y'all? Back to Beast Mode Conversations. Today we got some
Episode
pretty
three.
interesting conversation going on. Episode number 3, baby. Come on. So today I want to talk about the importance of your friend group. You know, why is it important to pick the right friends, and why is it important to analyze your friends? You know, who are you hanging out with? Why are you hanging out with them? What's the point? You know, um, you should definitely analyze your friend group, huh?
100%, because it's the people you hang out with, so you're going to be with them 24/7, so they're going to play a big influence in the way you act as a person. If you have a bunch of fucking gangbangers as friends, obviously you're going to gangbang,
Right, right. You're gonna think that shit's cool, huh?
so
Right.
choosing your friends, 100% important.
Now, if you have see, see, you with your friends for a reason, right? Especially for men. I don't know what it is like for women, but I know for men, we always have a common reason. Like in the military, we're together for a common goal, right? Well, we're here for the mission. We got to finish the mission, and we just happen that we have camaraderie, and then we fuck around, we joke around, and we become friends. And then you find some common interests, like
Yeah.
weightlifting. Like me and my friends, we all weightlift. So boom, that's our interest. Some groups they just like drinking or partying. Some groups like video games. And some groups like multiple things. Now, in every friend group, automatically you're gonna have a hierarchy, right? Whatever the common interest is, somebody gonna be better than other people. Somebody be gonna be more outspoken than other people. Somebody gonna be more intelligent than other people, right? And slowly, when you have a friend group, everybody gonna naturally go to their natural roles, right? So a leader will naturally become a leader, and subordinate will naturally become a follower. You know what I mean? Now it's important to look at yourself and look at your situation. Look at the people you hang out with. Even if you don't even if you just stay at home play video games and you have friends that play maybe Call of Duty with and you talk to and that's your friends, but it's an online relationship. You know, your relationship gonna be based on that thing that you do, the common interest, right? And yeah, you're naturally gonna have a leader in the group.
And it's like, it's okay because, like, even with that, everybody's gonna fall into their specific role and how they act, and that's what makes the friend group better because it's like let's say weightlifting and stuff like
Right.
in our friend group. Obviously you've been doing it longer than me, so you teach me things that I should be doing. So it's like my weightlifting, it's kind of grown. It's
Yeah.
getting better in a sense because you're giving me pointers and stuff. So
Right.
and like simple things like that, I know, like let's say when we play basketball and stuff, how
Yeah.
like helping you out and stuff, even though you don't play basketball for real,
Right.
but it's
Yeah.
like
No idea. I
you know
cannot play
like
basketball.
we have different
Right.
topics that we're good at, so it helps the friendship out because we're making each other better at the end of the
Right.
day.
And that's the thing we're trying to get to. Where like whatever the common interest is, do you actually care about that thing? Do you want to get better at it? Like weightlifting, we better each other. You know what I mean? This is something good for us. Keeps us healthy. Keeps us mentally healthy. I mean, it got a lot of benefits. Of course, we don't need to get into it. But basketball, I mean, it's athletic, it's fun. But there are some groups that do things that are not helpful, like drinking alcohol every day, and it's like that shit is not cool. And if you don't pay attention to it, you're gonna be caught up in the mix. You know what I mean? All your friends think that shit's cool. You're gonna do it. And is that helping your vision? Now, now you need to analyze it. You gotta have a vision. Number one, you gotta analyze your vision, and you gotta compare it to what you're doing with your friends. And is it aligned? If it's not aligned, you probably gotta switch your friend group.
Yeah.
And a lot of emotions come to it, like, no, these are my friends, whatever. And it's like, bro, like, to be honest, like, people come and go, friends come and go, and sometimes when you have vision, when you want to level up, not everybody want to do that shit. Not everybody want to level up. People want to stay the same. They're just normal. They're just normal.
Yeah.
Most people want to stay the same. So automatically, chances are your friends are not gonna catch up with you if you're gonna keep leveling up. So you're gonna have to find your friends. So like you said, gangbanging, right? If all your friends think that shit is cool, and you're doing drugs, you at some point shit gonna pop off, and you're gonna get yourself in trouble, and that is not helpful for your vision.
And I feel like just because we all go through phases of life, so it's like
Yeah,
the friends I had, out of high school and during high school, like during that time, I was like, we're boys forever, you know.
Right, right, right,
I
right.
love y'all niggas, you know, this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, 2023, like, you know, I don't talk to them like at all, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. If like
Nothing
we
wrong with it.
ever have conversation, like, you know, we'll laugh about the good times and stuff. But like, just life goes on, you know. You're in another phase of life now, so it's like I feel like the good friends stay permanent, but like, you know, everybody else kind of just
Fade off.
yeah, fade off exactly over time.
And that's not you being fake, you know what I mean? That's what they tell you to shame you, so you don't fucking excel, you know. Because here's the thing: if all your friends are this level and you're with them, right, and this is why you do hang out with them because you in the same plane, you know, you equal to each other, and then once you start leveling up, everybody else is gonna feel like you kind of it's a pressure, you know, like you're getting better,
Yeah,
they got to get better too, but they don't want to get better, so they shame you, so you get back down to their level instead of them rising up because most people don't want to rise up, you know. Now here's the thing: I think, in my opinion, if you look around you and you think you're the smartest guy in the group, you're the leader, you do everything, you're on top of everything, everybody look up to you. Yeah, you're a mentor. Yeah, you're helping them out, but chances are they're dragging you down instead of you helping them up. You're wasting your time. Like they always say, you can't if you notice that you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I'd rather be the stupidest person in the room than the smartest person in the room. You know, because you being the smartest person in the room, yeah, you're gonna get props for that. Like, yeah, everybody gonna respect you, but you're not gonna level up. If anything, you're gonna go down. You know, because you get influenced by the people around you,
that's true.
and that's just a fact. Um, yeah, man, you got and a big thing is if you look around, you're like, fuck. Or if I leave my friends, I'm not gonna have any friends. That's cool too. Sometimes you gotta be alone. You know what I mean? And
Be a
that's
lone
cool.
wolf, yeah, for real.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, with friends with the same mindset, you can excel way faster. But the thing is, alone is better than somebody else dragging you down.
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
yeah. And I feel like people should be alone for a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it really does help your whole perspective of everything, and it helps like your vision. You know.
So I know. So you enlisted for the second time in the Marine Corps,
Mhm.
right? Now, the first enlistment, we were together in the same unit, and we're hanging out all the time. Whatever, we have a lot of friends. But I know when you went to your second unit, you didn't really hang out with a lot of people, and you stay to yourself.
Yeah.
Now, how long did you stay with that unit?
A year and a half.
About a year and
Yeah,
a
a
half.
year and a half.
So being alone without connecting to a lot of people, how do you think that changed you? Whether it's positive or negative?
I feel like it's both in a sense because you know at times I would say I was pretty much like only person I talked to truthfully every day was my ex. You know, she was probably the only person. But other than that, like everybody in the
Like
unit,
male friends?
huh?
Like male friends, like in your unit? Did you fuck with anybody?
Not really. It's like you know I was a chief. Boom. Was because it was like it was a weird spot because I was a chief. You know, so it's
Yeah.
like I couldn't like just fuck with the troops or
Right,
whatever.
right, right.
You know, like I had to be professional, and then the other chiefs were like weirdos and shit. You know, so
So
it's
for those
like
that don't know, a chief so we did artillery,
yeah.
right? And a chief is the one responsible for the gun. So artillery is huge cannon, right? Big ass cannon, and we just shoot. And the chief is the person responsible for the whole gun, the operation, whatever happened. And he was the chief the whole time. So
Yeah.
obviously, you being on top, you couldn't just be friends with everybody else because
Yeah, 'cause you got to keep.
they wouldn't respect you. They would, they would take advantage of that. So as a leader, the manager, I mean, you got to connect with your troops, but you can't be buddy buddy with them,
Yeah.
right? So
That's how you get complacent and everything.
okay,
But,
well,
yeah, so like the other and in a unit there's six like chiefs for every gun. There's six cannons. So
yeah,
all other five chiefs were like weirdos, you
Right,
know, or
right,
like
right.
just old dudes. So it's like you know, I'm just gonna be by myself. And I used to get like bored. I don't know. Like I used to think to myself like, okay, like what am I doing with myself? Like have deep conversations in my head. I guess it might sound crazy, but you know, and I feel like it really changed my perspective on everything because now I know I definitely think way differently than I thought. Like you know, when I was in still, you know. So
yeah.
I feel like it made me a better person. And like, yeah, it kind of sucks to be alone sometimes. You know, your phone not going off or whatever, but it's it's okay. You know,
Right.
like it really is. You'll be okay.
Right.
Like I don't know how else to put it. You know.
Now at the same time, in the same timeline, I left the Marine Corps and I decided to go to a city completely new city. I don't know anybody in it. Don't have any family, no friends, no nothing. And I did that on purpose, just so I started my heroic journey. Just so I focused more. And I had a lot of time by myself. And I loved it honestly. It was the best time of my life. I'm 100% okay being alone. I actually love my alone time. You know what I mean? Definitely gives you good insights. Now, I'm not encouraging everybody to be alone because we already live in antisocial society with the whole internet. Everybody on their phones. Nobody have social skills. Nobody going out there. Nobody hanging out with people. Everybody's being alone, isolated, and that's not good for us mentally because we are a social creature. We're all right. We need human connections, to thrive. You need human connection. Networking definitely helps. The more brains operate together, the better. But the thing is, you gotta trust them. And the more you level up, the harder to find people on your level. So that being said, I want to take it to the point of how do you find people with the same mindset as you? Now, you gotta have hobbies. You gotta put yourself out there. You can't just be at home all day because day in and day out you're doing the same thing. Nobody gonna come knock on your door trying to be your friend. And it just happened that they on the same mindset as you. You gotta go find them, and they gotta go find you. You know. So I mean, I think the gym is a great environment to find people. I mean, I met amazing people at gyms. You gotta have hobbies. Because again, you gotta have common interests with the people you hang out with. So if you don't have hobbies, maybe start getting into some. Just try new things like.
And it has to be positive hobbies, not just have a set of clubbing friends.
Right. Go to the bar.
Go and club every weekend.
And now here's the thing: if you find friends, let's just say you don't drink often, you don't go out often. Be like, oh, I'm gonna go out to find friends. You're gonna find friends, but you're gonna find the people that go out all the time. Does that align with your vision? Probably not, man. Alcohol is not the move, honestly. Now, don't get me wrong. I drink a lot of alcohol in my day. We both had our fair share of alcohol, But I haven't touched alcohol in a while, and I probably won't touch it in a minute, because I'm just realizing that shit is not good, It just doesn't align with my vision. So if I see somebody that drinks alcohol, I'm not gonna be their friend. Just being honest, I'm just not gonna be their friend because we're not on the same path. If anything, it's gonna slow me down. Yeah, check their hobbies, check what they do, the way they talk, and check yourself. Check yourself, man. Check how you treat your friends, because you're gonna get the same energy right the fuck back. You know what I mean? Like if you think it's cool to make fun of your friends in front of people, first of all, that shit is not cool. That shit is lame as fuck. So check yourself, and if your friend's doing that, that's a red flag. You know what I mean? Friends shouldn't put each other down.
Exactly.
Even if it sounds funny or whatever, like there's time and place for it. And I see people do that all the time. People put each other down all the time. Especially, they think it's cool. Especially when there's girls around. If there's girls around and you think it's cool to roast your boy, you both are losers. Straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that shit is just not cool at all.
Yeah.
So
thirsty at that point,
Yeah, that's not cool, So what was I saying? Yeah, in every group, there's naturally going to be a leader, right? Somebody best at whatever common interest you have, and naturally he's going to get the most respect, and he's going to lead the group the right direction, hopefully, right? Now, here's the thing: once you find people with the same interests as you, with the same mentality as you can have a group full of leaders. You don't need to only have one leader. You can have a group full of leaders. But everybody got to take initiative. Everybody got to push the group forward in whatever dimension they're good at, whatever skill they're good at, in whatever way they can contribute to pushing the group forward. Whether it's mindset, whether it's they're skillful at something. Something. You got to provide something, provide value. If everybody in the group gives to the group, everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. Two brains is better than one brain. 3 brains is better than 1 brain. You can be a lone wolf all you want, but I mean, if you have people the same mindset as you, you can move up way faster. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. But it's hard to find people with the same mindset, especially the more you grow, the harder it is. You got to put effort to network. The more people, they say, it's not about what you know; it's about who you know.
That is true.
It's kind of true, bro.
That is,
It's
yeah.
kind of true, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know. Now, I wanna touch on something that really inspired me this weekend. I heard it. I heard it from 19 Keys. He's a thought leader. He got a podcast, and he said something really profound that hit me. He said, uh, you can speak about change, right? You can speak about it, and that's motivational. Hey, bro, we gotta do this. We gotta do that. Let's go work out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this podcast. I'm gonna do that, and that's cool. That's motivational. But there's levels to it. That's motivation is cool, but motivation is just a feeling.
Yeah.
It comes and goes.
Yeah.
If you depend on motivation for fuel, you,
You're gonna lose the game.
yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean? And and motivation will only take you so far.
Yeah.
Until motivation is gone, you're out of fuel. That's all you're dependent on, and then all of a sudden you don't feel like keep going on your path because you don't have no more motivation.
Uh,
Motivation is definitely a short-term thing. It's not something you should depend on. And that's what happens when you speak to people. You know, you're just gonna motivate them, and that's just a feeling, and that comes and goes. You cannot depend on motivation. Now that's number one. Number two is to actually embody the change. Instead of telling people to change, you change yourself. You make the change on yourself. Embody the change. Become who you're telling everybody to be. You know what I mean? Become that person. And as you don't need to say anything. You don't need to be motivational because once you become it,
your action show.
your action is going to become inspirational. So you're moving out from motivation to inspiration.
Yeah.
Now, inspiration is not a feeling. Inspiration when you see a change and you're like, I just saw that he did it, I can do it too. That's deeper. You know what I mean? That's deeper. But sometimes you might see somebody change and you might not know how he changed, or you might not know how necessarily you can use that to your advantage and change yourself. So the next level from inspiration will be to be so good at your craft, so good at what you do, that you can teach it to people. You can digest the information in a way and give it to people where it becomes educational. So you go from motivational to inspirational to educational. Now that is the highest level, educational, when you're really providing real value to people. Not only that you embody the change, but you telling people how they can do the same thing. Now that's value right there. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Now, if everybody in the group, instead of just talking about it, if they embody it and they become so good at it that they not only just inspirational, but they educational at the same time, that's where real change happens. That's when you change society. You know what I mean? And now you can talk about it, or the people around you, your friends, gonna see you, and it's gonna become really inspirational to the people around you, and you might educate them too. And you can take it to the next level. You buy a mic, you buy a camera, and you potentially, possibly teach and educate millions of people, not just inspire them and motivate them, but teach them how to change. You know?
So a lot of people need it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we all
And a lot
need
of
it.
people are looking for that person to guide them in the right direction.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and everybody should have a mentor. Everybody should. Now, a lot of my mentors, they don't even know I exist because they're online, and it's beautiful. We live in a beautiful time because if we didn't have social media, I wouldn't have the chance to hear these people speak. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what's the chance? And get all this information.
And
It's,
now
it's
it's
crazy what
just
we can
all
learn.
you just look it up on your phone and you
Yeah.
have like whatever you want to know just right there in the palm of your hand, you know.
So not only that we can have mentors that teach us, but we can become mentors to other people that maybe they don't even know about us. They don't even, or we don't know about them, but they know about us,
What
obviously,
else? Yeah.
listening to our conversation, and that could be really impactful. What do you think?
Who would you say is your number one mentor? Like if you
Man,
had to pick one, if you could sit in a room with one person for like 3 hours and just have a conversation with the person, who would it be?
I would say Sam Harris. Now, Sam Harris is a um, he's an atheist. He talks a lot about no, he does a lot of psychedelics. He meditates a lot. He have a meditation app, and he have a lot of books about waking up from this matrix, understanding the illusion from the reality. Because a lot of times we get stuck in our brains, and he teaches how to separate from that. And uh, yeah, I mean, he's really interesting. But what I would say, I don't have just one person that I look up to.
No.
I have multiple people at multiple different things.
Okay.
So like at weightlifting, I have a separate mentors. At mindset training, I have
Yeah.
separate mentors. You know what I mean? Like
Makes sense.
at every single topic
Makes
that I'm
sense.
interested, like
Because
philosophy,
that one
like
person won't be good at everything you're
right,
interested in.
right, and
Yeah,
nobody's
like
perfect, and you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
idealize one person, you know, because nobody's perfect. And I understand that.
yeah,
And what if they make a mistake? And if you look at them as this prophet level, then you might make the mistake
yeah.
too. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Who's your mentors?
Uh, I mean, like if I could sit, I guess because it's like weightlifting. Like truthfully, like bro, weightlifting, you're my mentor, my
Oh man,
for real, like
nah.
nah, like because honestly, man, it's like I see you, I see like the results from where you started, like just watching you. The
Yeah,
times we did go to the gym in the military or whatever, it's like where you're at now. It's like
right.
you improved a whole ton, you know. So
Yeah,
it's what's that word? It's inspirational, you
right,
know,
right, right. I
for
mean, that means a lot to me,
no,
But
yeah,
I truthfully been dedicated, really dedicated to this. I
yeah,
started with calisthenics, and I started doing push-ups and pull-ups since I was like 10.
yeah,
And this has been my passion. I love studying about it, and I realize I'm really good at it, and I can teach people. And not only I can be inspirational, but I can be educational too.
yeah,
So I'm gonna provide value to people because I want to help people out, and also by helping people, it helps me. Now, when you teach, you're actually learning yourself because you can't be speaking bullshit. So once I'm teaching, I'm like, I gotta check myself. I gotta Google stuff. I gotta make sure I'm speaking the right thing, and I'm not saying bullshit because I hear a lot of times, a whole lot of meatheads, a whole lot of old
yeah.
heads be saying some bullshit. You know what I mean? They don't know what they're talking about. They just think that's the right
You're
thing.
just big, so people be like, yeah,
Right. Just because they're big,
uh,
that means they did something right, but it doesn't work for everybody.
yeah,
A lot of dudes, like, oh, you gotta eat 8 meals a day, and it's like, no, you don't. Michael Sheet only eats 1 meal a day, and he's big as fuck.
yeah,
Like, there's many ways to do it. There's many diets, there's many different workouts,
everybody's body type is different, you
everybody
know.
connects with something different. Everybody likes differently, and
Yeah,
that's very important. Like, if you like CrossFit, but you force yourself to do bodybuilding shit, that's not sustainable. Do what you like. Honestly, do what you love, and it's gonna push you way further.
yeah,
But I really appreciate you saying that,
yeah.
man.
Not for real,
That's
man.
that's one of my goals, and um, hopefully, with us doing this, we're educating some people on some mindset training. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now, I want to ask you, how do you find friends with your own mindset? Like, how do you try? How do you go about it?
Well, so let's say at the gym for say, working out, boom, and then we have like punching bags and stuff out here, right? So it's like I wouldn't say friends, but it's like I guess I could spark a conversation with them, and like because I'm interested in whatever, like so let's say I see a guy out here boxing or whatever. So it's like I really want to get into a boxing gym.
Yeah.
So it's like I asked the guy, I asked the dude, this happened a couple of weeks ago, like 2, 3 weeks ago. It's like, hey, like it looks like you know what you're doing, you
Right.
like he wrapped his hands, put the gloves on and everything, had the boxing shoes and shit on. So I was like, any gyms out in Houston, that you would know of that are good, and then he gave me like 2 or 3 to check out. And just like simple interaction like that. If you see something that like you want to get into or you want to be good at or you're training to do, if that makes sense, then don't be afraid to put yourself in that
Right.
situation
Right.
and
Right. Right.
open up and talk to the person. 'Cause
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're not gonna like tell you to like screw off, because
Right.
they're
And
actually
even if they did,
interested.
honestly, fuck them.
Yeah,
Just find somebody else. School.
yeah, but
School.
he gave me some good pointers and then some good gyms. I still haven't checked them out, but like when I truthfully do get the chance to,
Right,
I
right,
will,
right. Okay. For sure,
What about
man.
yourself?
I mean, same thing, like, but the thing is, I'm at a point where I judge people harshly because I judge myself too. And a lot of people are like, no judgment, no judgment, don't judge a book by its cover. And you should judge people. I truthfully think you should judge people, because that's a skill. Judging people is a skill because you can just chit chat with the wrong person, and they can pull you down real fucking quick. So, I'm telling you, the higher you go up, the more time you got to waste with people. And a lot of people will waste your time. Sorry to say that. Most people will waste your fucking time. Most people are full of shit. That's just the truth. Especially now,
Especially with social media now.
bro. People are
Especially with
just
social
TikTok
media.
personality.
Um,
Whatever they see, that's their personality. They think that's the truth, And I don't blame them. That's what's around them. Shit doesn't. I don't even know it's the truth sometimes. Um, but yeah, you gotta judge them. You gotta judge them real quick. Like, and that's the thing. The more you know about things, the more you can call people out on their bullshit. Where like somebody start talking about stocks, and then if you know a little bit about it, you ask the right questions, and then they bullshit. You don't even need to say, "Hey, you bullshitting." No, just be like, "Thank you for your information," and don't ever fucking talk to them
walk
again,
away.
because they're just bullshitting their way through life. Um, that's why
Like
it's
that
good to
lady
know a
at
lot of information.
GNC with the
Oh yeah,
creatine.
we worked at
Yeah.
GNC, and now I know a lot about supplements. Is my interest. I work at a supplement shop actually. We went to GNC one day, not to buy anything, but I just wanted to see what they know. So I asked the lady, "Hey, what is this?" She's like, "Creatine." I was like, "Tell me what it does." And I'm not gonna bash her too harsh, but she said a whole bunch of bullshit, and none of it was right. It was absolutely wrong. Um,
It's like, thank you. Have a nice
and I
day.
yeah, have a nice day. And I know she's just full of shit. She just bullshit every customer that comes in.
Nice day.
You know. Well, I hope you all took some value out of this, and man, having good friends, having a good circle is very important. You know what I mean? You're the average of the people you hang out with. That's just a fact. And if you don't have a lot of people you're hanging out with, um, see who's influencing you. Whether it's your family, whether again your friends, or your social media. Look at your algorithm, your social media algorithm. Look at your YouTube algorithm. Look at
That
your
tells you, yeah,
Netflix
exactly.
algorithm.
Yeah.
If all you're watching is big booty bitches and
Hey,
a whole bunch of pranks, then that's what that's what your brain gonna be full of, right?
that's
Just
it,
fucking just
100%.
bullshit.
24/7.
If your algorithm
Yeah.
full of bullshit, your brain's full of bullshit. If your feed is just full of politics,
Yeah.
you're deep into the matrix. You're way too brainwashed. You don't even know what the fuck going on. You know what I mean? Meditate a little. That's where I would start. Just meditate. You know,
That's one thing I
um,
want to try to really get. I tried it
meditate.
at the beginning, like a long time ago. I did it like 2 days
Yeah.
in a row, and then I never did it again.
Now there's many different types of meditation.
Yeah.
I've been trying. I've been practicing meditation for a while now. Actually, started off with a whole lot of psychedelics. You know what I mean? But that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. We definitely should do a video about meditation. But real quick, I mean, you can meditate while you're on a walk. You can meditate or for breath work. You can meditate. Working out is meditational. You know what I mean? You get to the flow state. Now, it's not just it's not just that. That's what people think. But that's part of it.
Yeah.
But the whole concept behind it is to realize the thing talking to you in your brain, the voice you got,
Yeah.
is not really you. You know, um, and once you zoom out of that, that's pretty much the main concept. That's what monks do. Sit in the mountains years and years and years
Yeah.
just to realize that voice in their head is not really theirs. You know, but again, that's a whole other topic
Yeah.
for a whole other video. You know, but yeah, man, I hope you all got some value out of this.
Friendship is definitely important. Like you, like we've been saying the whole video.
And here's the thing: you can judge your friends harshly, but if you're not judging yourself, you're in the
Yeah.
wrong.
For real.
Number one, judge yourself.
Before you judge others.
Bef-
Yeah.
before you see if your friend is a good friend, are you a good friend? Are you providing value to your friends? Are you leveling your friends up?
As well.
Because if
Yeah.
you're not, you're probably dragging them
You're
down.
the
And
weakest.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
if all your friends are, low value trash people, you probably are too. You just don't know it. You just delusional. You think, you're different, but you're not. You in that friend group for a reason. But realizing it is the main step. Is number one. Realizing, hey, this is not where I want to be, but this is where you at. You gotta accept where you at. Your friends just reflect you. The way they talk to you reflects you. It's all a reflection of you. Once you realize that, you're like, wait, I don't like what the fuck going on. Pull yourself out of it, and that's when the change starts. You see what I'm saying? The change starts when you pull out of it. But this is where you at. You gotta accept where you at
That's why I
to
think
level up.
alone time is good because
Yeah.
it gives you a chance to, step back and like step outside your body in a sense and visualize, okay, like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Because when you're
Yeah.
alone, like you're in your head a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like being in your head during those times, it's like, okay, Devon, what the fuck am I doing? What's going on in my life?
Right.
What do I need to do to better my position now?
Now you're really thinking about the vision.
Exactly.
Now you're thinking about
Exactly.
something you're not there yet, and now you're trying to plan out a path to get there.
To get there.
And as you plan out a path and you start it, the key is to start.
Yeah.
Start on the path, and slowly you're gonna realize, oh wait, the path is this way, and slowly you're gonna adjust. You know what I mean?
And then along the way, you'll meet people that have the same interests that
Right.
will keep you along your path, and that's where good.
And your
friendships
vision might
come.
change. Your vision gonna change.
Um,
But the whole thing is because you started first.
Yeah.
If you didn't start, you would have had the same initial vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, start on your journey, start on your path, analyze who you are, analyze your friends, judge yourself, then judge others the same way you judge yourself. The only reason why I judge people harshly because I judge myself harshly, and it makes me better, not in a negative way. Not in a negative way. I understand I'm in the right path,
yeah.
I'm in the right spot, I'm doing the right thing. Just all part of my destiny. I'm walking my path. And if you're not along with me in the journey, then you're kind of slowing me down. So I don't need that. And that's that. You know.
And I think what he meant to say, big booty bitches are okay, but just limit it to 3 minutes a day or something.
3 minute a day, limit that shit. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like on my algorithm, I made sure I don't like
Yeah.
no booty pictures. I don't go to profiles like that. So my algorithm is fixed, and I don't get these things no more. It's once you start liking them and go to the profile and do all that, that's when your algorithm gonna be full of that bullshit. You don't want that shit.
Thank y'all for watching episode 3.
That's another one, baby.
Another one down in the
Come on.
books.